Prime system, which is a bit oxymoron because I think we all know that Prime Day is a completely contracted that was created only so that you would things.
Presumably.
This is not too cheap information of it. Actually, so this is version Tiffany. So the first thing to be, you can things. The first thing we're going to do is Honey extension. It's a super simple tool. It's free. You can things in some extension. It's includes everything to account coupons. And do this special switching and actually we're logged into the same Google account, so I think that's going to fascinate. And we're going to do it. If you do a stream, to do a stream, something yet.
Hey.
Oh, you MD machine.
Oh.
Do the machine.
We're doing this again.
And we'll see who's a deal. Because I think MD just some pretty compelling decks, like pretty. And third gen is the bee's freaking knees, but Intel is becoming a big deal.
Maybe. No, you know. Okay.
First thing I need to do is actually find some M-Day deals. We've got some deals. I could go for a TV stick with Alexa voice remote if I was really into that.
I don't have any of that.
KitchenAid mixer, doodad.
No, I got none of that.
You got none of that?
Nope. M-Day on Amazon.ca.
Oop, no. Amazon.ca is for chumps. Most Canadians, they don't need good deals up in Canada. Holy crap. Do they have like network thing?
What?
Look at this. The site here. Okay. So coming soon, it's going to be a big deal. Got some shoes. Where do you find just like I only want tech?
Yeah, like apparently they've got a really good deal on a Fire TV.
Trending deal. Yeah, that's great. Trending deals. You can get Cheez-Its for $6.77. Is that even a good deal? App Store and iTunes gift cards for $10 off? That does seem like a pretty good deal. I don't need that right now, though.
Do you know how to navigate Amazon?
Not really. I actually find their site extraordinarily difficult to find things on. I remember we were trying to do like a PC guide at some point or another and just like sort of RAM speed. Just like forget it, I'll go to Newegg. Like I just can't.
Well, it's really bad for that. But over here on the left-hand side,
yeah,
computers and accessories on the departments.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm actually kind of interested in some of the other stuff there.
Sorry.
UPS. Oh, it's fine. UPS Lightning cable. I guess this sort of qualifies as tech. A hard drive buck for $17. Some of these don't really stand out. Like I remember selling just like cheapo hard drive bucks back at NCIX for like $17 back in the day. Our N-Gear brand.
N-Gear.
Yeah, remember N-Gear? Also known as No Name Gear.
I remember TP-Link used to be like that.
Routers. Okay, well here's a pretty cheap RGB all-in-one water cooler. I'm gonna throw that in my cart. I feel like I'm gonna have to start a spreadsheet pretty quick here.
Well, I found a motherboard for you.
Oh, thanks. This is all like accessories and stuff.
Master
USB.
Liquid LC120E.
Who actually buys, like for their own personal use, who buys a Kensington laptop lock?
I've never had one.
Okay, backpacks. Deal has ended. Holy crap, there's only 2 days of, there's only 2 pages of computers and accessories deals. You know, I thought there was a separate category for electronic components, like computer components.
I think it's a subcategory.
Am I wrong? Is there just nothing here? Here's a Thermaltake tempered glass RGB edition case.
Any watt USB-C MagSafe adapter, Type-C to MagSafe.
Here's a Crucial 8 DD4 DIMM. The Virtual Classic keyboard. Holy balls, is this actually it?
NZX TH700.
Wait a second. So this is just some... Oh no, that's 3200, so that's some decent RAM. It's over.
Ish.
It was like $15 off, I guess. That's like okay.
PNY solid state drives, SATA though.
I don't see that. Are you on .ca?
No, .com.
That's weird. Are we getting served different deals?
You're on computers and accessories, right?
Yeah.
You don't have any other filters set?
No. Wait. Oh, active
Yeah, that's the same as what I've got.
and missed. Well, what would I want missed deals for? Why would that be the default behavior? Here's an $80 monitor. I'm just gonna throw everything that's even remotely relevant in my cart, and I think I already got it. I think that's it. Why do I not see that PNY SSD?
RGB 81 keys mechanical keyboard.
Is that on your first page or second page?
That's my first page now. There's a Thermaltake core over here.
What?
Yeah.
You know, I was feeling kind of bad for clicking on Amazon site design, stream on Amazon. I'm feeling super vindicated right about now because we're being served really different pages. Control F PNY. Nothing.
3-pack of 120mm RGB BWM fans with the hub for $90.
Control F PNY on this
Need
page.
the RGB.
Let's check both pages. Wait,
You only have 2 pages?
I'm in the trending deals though. In trending deals. Okay, so my deals are more trendy than yours, but also
clearly.
nothing special.
Yeah,
as far
they're
as I can
very
tell.
trendy deals. Blue light blocking glasses were cheap.
My trackpad just stopped working for a minute there.
There's some XP specs.
Yeah. I'm getting on this. I'm getting a Google Sheet going. Sheets.google.com. Here we go.
I'm just going to open up a bunch of tabs.
All right. That seems like not a bad strat. Okay, missed deals. Why would it reactivate that stupid button? I'm going to have a look at upcoming deals, though. Computers and accessories. All right. Up to 50% off select PC gaming laptops, desktops, monitors, so you have to go to a separate page for that. Save big on select drives and storage. Really? Prime members save up to 40% on laptops, monitors, desktop. Okay, what is the difference between save up to 50% off PC gaming laptops, desktops, monitors, and save up to 40% on laptops, desktops, monitors?
It's like a category.
That's so stupid. Same category. Oh, PC gaming. This is gaming laptops, desktops, and monitors. This site is terrible. How are they like the top retailer in the world? That's actually a pretty good deal on a motherboard. I'm assuming that was the one you were telling me before.
The Z370P too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna start. And of course, there's no convenient way to just navigate to the end, so I have to type things in like a caveman. Did that even work? I think that worked.
Hey Linus, is your like second display outputting a 1080i?
Anything is possible. I can find that out for you.
Looks very jank.
Display settings.
You might have to open
Ooh,
the
MP510.
panel or whatever.
But it wants me to sign in.
Or 59 FPS.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't get some of these deals because I'm not signed in.
Oh, well, you should probably sign in. I can sign in for you if you need.
Yeah, if you could do that.
I remember the password.
As long as people don't see it and or hear it.
Yeah, sure. Give me a sec. It's, I think it's that. Oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
I don't think it's that.
No.
It's Yvonne.
I don't know anymore.
Okay, stuff's not being displayed right now, so you can.
Okay, you're in this pass now, so you should be able to sort it out from there.
Hooray. Keep me signed in, please. Yes.
I'm actually finding this shopping experience really unpleasant.
Oh yeah.
Like you can actually see the deal.
I clicked on a deal. You signed in. Got me to the homepage.
What if you try and search for something like graphics card? Will it show you the Prime Day deals first?
You know what? Maybe.
Yeah, the search box is Prime Day. So like, if I were to do like say RTX 27, because those are dead,
That's really not a bad idea.
not a great deal.
No?
Ooh, 2700.
Well, okay.
It's a pretty good deal though.
Departments, electronics.
Although I think they were slashed to that to begin with, weren't they? The third gen launch.
You need to read out just in case people aren't looking at your screen. Are you guys on Anthony's screen?
Yes.
Yeah, the Ryzen 2700X that got price dropped, didn't it? Or is this a? This doesn't look like a Prime Day deal.
No, I think that's just the price of that now.
Yeah.
Look at Honey. It'll tell you about price changes.
Yeah, sure. Oh boy. I don't want to sign in right now, but I do want to see this.
Is this the best time to buy? Check the price history. Oh, cool. Okay. So we can find if they're just lowering prices.
Ooh.
Okay, so that was just the price drop.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at the PC gaming deals here. It seems to be mostly laptops. So if I wanted to pick up a laptop, like a Helios 300 for $900 is probably pretty, well, that's actually pretty sick. 8750H, GTX 1060, 144 hertz IPS display, 256 gigs, NVMe, 16 gigs DDR4. That's like pretty awesome. Gen Blade 15. So this is not the old one. $1,100 for, well, that's what the Blade is. That's basically the same price as the Helios. It's a nicer shell, but it's $200 more. And it's only a 60 hertz display. So the Helios 300 is looking pretty good there. What else we got here? Ballistics Elite, a 16 gig kit for $150. That's 3600 megahertz, but I really don't think I'd pay $150 for that.
No, there's some ADATA. I'm not sure if it's Spectrix. ADATA Spectrix. That's like 120.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah.
2700X is also in here. It's a deal of the day apparently. So maybe that's lower.
I think it might be like regular price 250, according to what Honey was saying. But I'm not sure.
That's in here anywhere from 10, 20, 2s or $30 off. In the red variety.
Do you guys need water at all?
Wouldn't be a
that's
terrible
Pepsi.
idea. Thank you.
Oh, I see.
Wow, so it's like the MSI sale.
So some of these, they're not actually showing you what the price is until you click on them, and then it says Prime Day deal, even like underneath the actual price. So you get a certain amount off. So it's even worse of a shopping experience than we initially thought it was.
This is going to be a pain in the butt. Because even just going through this, like this list, it just says Prime Day deal, Prime Day deal. You can't actually see any of the pricing. You have to click through on every single stupid thing. So which is this SD card? Prime Day deal, $20.
You're saving $6.
I mean, $6 is $6, but also, here, let's have a look at the price history.
That doesn't look bad.
History. Woo.
It was just on sale for that price.
$20.99, $20.99, and today $20.50 for. Yeah.
This here is legitimately $20 off an H150i Pro.
I mean, for recent experiment, the H150 Pro isn't a good deal even at $150.
Yeah, you just get a knock to it and be done with it.
Okay, I have to stop looking at the lists of prime deals because it's just kind of overwhelming. So I'm gonna just go CPU and
Okay, that's the plan.
Gonna build the best Intel gaming desktop I can. Let's have a look at 9700K and see if there's any deals here. So this is no. There's no Prime Day deal. Honey's checking price changes for me here. They have just in response to AMD though. We can see if maybe that's a good deal today. So yes, these are down as of July 11th from around 417 to 365. So remember your speculation that Intel was doing unofficial price drops through just kicks. It looks like that does appear to hold some water. So 369 is what a CPU here is going to cost you, and you can bundle in this motherboard for $130. You know what? I'm going to go with just the CPU for now. What do you?
This here. So note said like, oh, it's $199. Well, it's $199 because it's the deal of the day. It's not a Prime deal, but it's a deal of the day, and it just happens to coincide with Prime Day.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a pretty decent.
Okay.
You know.
Where like pricing on the third gen stuff? I'm assuming it's totally touched. If you could save even $10 on that, I'd be
Yeah.
more excited for third gen. I mean, 2700X is a decent processor. Like, that's what we're running in our LAN center, if I recall correctly.
People are getting mad at you for not searching in Primedale. What?
Want to search for deals? I want to build a decent machine.
Everything's a big deal either. That 2700X is a deal of the day.
Hey, put my screen here. So just search for CPU in Day, okay? So 2700X, which is Amazon's choice. We've the Threadripper 2950X. That's $130 off or whatever. That looks $120 off. That looks all right if you're into going Threadripper at this point. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Bloom 18 karat gold-plated cubic zirconia engagement ring for $17.99. Just for girls, cheap engagement rings. That's creepy.
Ooh.
Series H150. Okay, I remember save. We've the Bester computer CPU stand cart CPU holder with 4 caster wheels under desk oak. We've a CPU holder under desk mount. We've another Corsair cooler. We've got some thermal base, some fans, a CPU cooler, a thermal pad. Zoo. CPUs, 2 fake CPUs. This shirt. It's a okay deal. It's a deal. Unless it is? It doesn't say anything about Prime. Is this even so? Like, what is this even doing here? This is a
It's a big
deal.
deal. But it doesn't say anything about that.
It's a free deal.
It's probably aluminum too.
It's probably ridge.
Apparently on Newegg, there's a better deal on the 2700.
New on the 2700.
You can still use honey.
The Fantastech sale. Oh boy.
Oh boy. And it's something, you know?
Let's just search for Ryzen and see what comes up.
Yeah. I'm committed to Amazon here. I'm opening mind. Fix PSU. I'm making a quick spreadsheet here. I'm probably missing some things. SSD case. You can see if there's deals on OS. Right.
A 2700X that I think is no, that's a worse deal.
Look at the 2700 though.
Is the 2700 a good deal?
149
Ooh.
$50 less.
for an 8-core.
That's pretty. 2749 is a red deal, actually.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, what are you getting with the 2700X? You get a little bit more, like a couple hundred megahertz more. And I think does it come with the same cooler?
I believe so. There's because you should be overclocking that chip anyway.
Wraith
So-
Spire. Okay, so it doesn't come with the Wraith Max.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the Wraith Max, you can kind of overclock the 2700X.
Little
About as far as it'll go anyway.
Yeah. It's not really limited.
Yeah, you know what? That's a tough call. I'm gonna see if there's any Intel CPU deals here.
And another tough call is: do you get a 2700X for $199, or do you get a 3600 for $199?
Oh, 3600. If you're a gamer, the faster 3rd gen Ryzen
The
cores.
3600 is definitely going to be faster for a gamer.
I mean,
sure.
yeah, PC together because they're just discuss the one PC that we're actually going to recommend to people to buy, rather than try and build 2 competing builds here.
So let me base it around a 3600 then.
Basically, I'm admitting I can't compete with the 3600 at $199.
It's true.
That's what just went down there.
And Intel can't. You can't either.
Which Slamos actually happens to have a chip for exactly the same price.
Yeah.
That's just regular price. So unfortunately, it's a deal. But maybe we can see how good of a deal we can get on sort of this computer that we're going to build around it. So what about you and Newegg and Amazon?
Okay.
You can
let's-
starts at the end.
Okay.
So I'm on 3600, $199 from Amazon.com here. I was not able to find me a deal on, but it makes sense because this is a brand new chip with no real deals.
AMD would be insane to reduce the price on that right now.
I'm going to bring up ASUS's PCIe Gen 4 compatibility matrix here.
Oh.
Because I'm necessarily interested in spending extra for an X570 board, especially with active cooling.
Yep.
If I think I really need PCIe Gen 4 for is my storage.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the most likely short-term use case for it. So
Yeah, and some of them only have enough like leeway on the chipset to do the M.2 X4.
Exactly. So if it was to go for something like a, let's have a look at like a TUF X470 Plus gaming. So Amazon, right? And you're on Newegg?
Yep. So you want to do X470?
I'm going to see. There might be a motherboard deal. You never know. Especially an X470
Yeah,
or
you would think there would
B450
be.
stuff.
Yep.
That's it. So search for the board in Prime Day. I've got a Strix Z390E, Gig X470 board.
Pretty decent board, looks like.
Yeah, but it's $15 off, unless there's more. Unless there's more off. Another Z390 and a Z370, and then a bunch of random garbage. Like,
That's rough.
what the heck? Well, let's look at this Gigabyte board.
Oh, that's not bad. Let me see if I can get it over here.
I'm pretty sure that's a good price. I'm going to check the price
X470
history though.
Aorus Gaming. Is the Gaming 5? Gaming 5, right?
Okay, this is apparently a red deal because the latest price on this thing was $185. So I'm taking it.
Is that the Gaming 5?
It's the Aorus Ultra Gaming.
Oh, well, it's 99 over on Newegg.
Oh, the exact. Oh wait, it's the same price then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever. That's fine. I'll take it. Add to cart.
Let's build the same PC.
Let's build the same piece. Any better deal on Newegg? Because part of the problem on Amazon was that there
That's
just weren't
true.
any deals.
Let's take a look at what Newegg's Fantastic sale has to offer.
I'm going to leave a couple of my monitor deals in the cart just in case those end up being all right. Also, there's this Cooler Master $75 dual fan AIO. I'm going to hold on to that for now as well. DDR4. Okay. Maybe search for DDR4. Come on, guys. Why is Prime Video the first thing that comes up? Oh, for crying out loud.
It's unfortunate that the compatibility matrix on that PCI Express 4.0 is specifically ASUS, because from what I can tell, ASUS has weaker VRMs on their B450 series motherboards than most other vendors.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got some M-Day DDR4 deals. This actually looks not bad. We have a Vengeance LPX 3600. This video isn't out yet, guys, but Anthony spent most of last week working on memory speed versus memory latency to determine what is sort of the best balance. Actually, it turns out multiple sweet spots, but what we do know is that DDR4 3600 happens to be one of those sweet spots. So I'm really liking that Vengeance deal right now, but I'm just gonna keep going on and see if there's anything else that really stands out to me. So we definitely pay extra here. So the 3600 is $80, and then there's a Vengeance deal for $67 for 3000. Would you pay extra 13?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the right call. What do you get for motherboard deals over there?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. Most of it's like 20 or 30 bucks off. Not seeing the ideal motherboards I'd like to see from ASUS here. A lot of ASRock and Gigabyte stuff. There is some ASUS, but it's mostly like B450 Plus, which I don't think is on here.
Yeah, I think it is. B450 Plus Gaming.
Okay, no, it is.
And that one also happens to have Gen 4 16X support. So it's not a bad bet. How much is it?
Yeah, $9.99. It's 20 bucks off.
Heck yeah. So interestingly, the memory deal is only about 10 off compared to before, according to Honey. 8 bucks, 10 bucks.
Yeah, have a nice lunch.
I'll take it.
Well, a mediocre lunch.
Mediocre Subway lunch.
Yeah.
Alright, what's next? I need a power supply. Power supplies, one of those, at least traditionally speaking anyway, one of those higher margin categories. The entrance of EVG in the market has really taken a lot of the profitability out of the category for a lot of the other brands. I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can find a power supply deal here. People interested in this, Jake?
Yeah, your interlacing is really bad though.
I'm sorry, guys.
Try and open the Intel video control panel.
I really don't know if I can spare time to dink around with the Intel video card control panel thing.
This brand Oloy,
No,
they've been showing up a lot lately.
I've never heard of that.
I know.
Is that like someone's offshoot brand? Kind of like Zax is, who owns Zax 511? Can you remember, Jake?
No. I know what you're talking about though.
Can't remember.
Look, it's
Does
their,
Xer own them?
maybe.
Zeta.
I looked them up. I thought that Oloy was like their own thing, though.
I mean, there's so many like weird freaking bands that I've never heard of before. When I go to a show like every year I go to Computex, I'll see another half a dozen RAM bands that I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I'm not talking about companies that actually manufacture DRAM modules. Those are few and far between. That's your Samsung, your SK Hynix, and the like. There's a ton of those. But bands just buy those and then just sort them to modules and go. Those are a dime a dozen.
Looks like I don't have quite a good deal on memory as you do.
No?
Yeah, there's this 32 gig kit of 3600, but most of it is 3200.
That 3200 for $70 is not bad though.
Yep, and I have this Olay stuff.
Oloy. Do you trust it?
I mean, RAM is RAM, right?
Sort of.
It's probably like Hynix chips or something, so it's not likely to play well with Ryzen.
With that said, the cheap Corsair is probably Hynix chips. So, for me, and cheap RAM comes more down to buying from someone that offers a very comprehensive warranty and expect them to still exist when it comes time to claim that warranty. So that's where I would go for a cheap RAM, like commodity memory, from someone I know that I can get a replacement from if it comes down to that.
Looks like it's a lifetime. Chunwell.
Chunwell.
Yeah, apparently that's their brand.
And, I mean, here's another factor. If a warranty, where do you need to ship it to?
Kowloon, apparently.
To where?
Kowloon, Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah,
Happen to know that Corsair does their warranty out of California.
yeah.
So, I don't know.
I mean, could get faster performance today, but if it fails,
I'm not a Corsair fanboy here or anything right now. It's just,
I'm disappointed to see not much G-Skill.
yeah,
Like, there's very little here.
sold out.
Yeah,
So
that was probably a
that's
good deal.
An indication.
Like, it probably was a good deal.
Yeah.
This is the big kit. And they've got a bunch of 3200. Although the Trident Z Royal for $100 at 3200 is interesting.
Are not a ton of power supplies in Prime Day deals, and some of them are so weird. Like,
I'd go
who
with
is
these.
looking for this stuff? Like, look at this thing. Here's an 8-port gigabit power over Ethernet injector with a separate. It's like, oh,
Why is that a Prime Day?
that doesn't make any sense. Like, who's asking for this? There's like weird dual dimension like replacement power supplies. They who's thinking of acquisition some extra replacement power supplies for 2 expectations? Like, what are they doing? I just don't get it.
I'm sure that there is a CEO somewhere who is very excited.
There are not a lot of very compelling looking power supply deals over on Amazon. I've made an RMX, which is like, yeah, an RMX is a good power supply or whatever, but it's $100. I'm not
How
looking.
much? Like what?
It's a 750 watt.
Okay.
It's fine, but it's like here we can use money to track the price history of this item. Also $10 cheaper, so it helps a little bit, I guess. I think that this is like, $20 off. Oh, okay. This one goes for 130, and it goes as low as around $100, at least in the last month. So it's a little more compelling than it's $100, so it's like $10 off. So a little bit right before Prime Day, and then it's down to $10 off. So yeah, it's really not that compelling. Now, the problem is that full take a bit of a checkered past when it comes to power supplies. So full take will contract to very high quality, very reputable OEMs for some of their units,
Yep.
and then we'll ship absolute bargain basement garbage for other units. So you're paying really close attention and keeping track of which particular thermal take power supply you're buying and who exactly the OEM is. It can be a little bit dangerous. This might be an amazing deal. It's 50% off. Or this might be a $22 power supply with a nice coat of paint on it.
What's the 80 plus rating?
I'm going to have to do a little bit of 80 plus white.
Oh, yeah, that's probably not.
So this is one of those, fantastic OEM units. But you know what? I'm going to Google it.
Speaking of fantastic OEM units, I haven't had any experience with the Corsair Vengeance power supplies. Have you?
I haven't, unfortunately. Corsair, they have used OEMs that are not necessarily the most reputable, but to my understanding, they've only, I think, 1 or 2 units that have been like, that's a bad power supply. I think it's been quite a while.
The rating is, well, there aren't very many reviews.
I can't even find any reviews of this.
Yeah, it's probably a throwaway thermal take.
All right. Here's a thread over on Tom's Hardware Forum. I'm wondering about the thermal take, whatever. Hopefully there's a reply. I'm using a PV of whatever. Something, something. This guy recommends a CXM. Yeah, they're not saying... Okay, they say the Smart Series is particularly good, but they're not naming an OEM here.
OEM for the Vengeance series of Corsair units is HEC/CompuCase.
Oh, okay.
They use exclusively Japanese capacitors, so yeah, it should be...
CompuCase isn't, like, terrible. Like, it's Seasonic, but it's
No.
it's not...
It's not even CWT,
Yeah.
but I'd go with that.
I think that's probably a pretty good bet. How much is it?
$65 for
That's,
50.
that's not bad at all. On this thermal take unit, I'm not getting this thermal take unit. It's a $33 power supply with a nice coat of paint. So that means I just need to... I mean, okay, hold on a second. I do have thermal take tough power grand 850 watt for $73.
That should be decent.
That's probably a better bet. This is actually going to be these computers, but this is exactly the best that we go through anytime we are purchasing something personally.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't memorize everything, so you do end up needing to look things up sometimes.
Yeah, that #1 bestseller for cases on Newegg looks pretty decent. I mean, it's not a huge savings, but Corsair Carbide 175R for $55. What does Honey have to say about it?
Tough Power Grand 850 watt gold. It looks like it's a surfer unit.
That's not-
Okay. It's 73 for actually cheaper in the
Hold
market.
on.
So the thing,
I think you did a little bit better than me, actually.
and it does appear to be an actual deal. So
Yep.
that's a good indicator, and it's one of the things that's really nice of being able to check price history on. If this is actually quite a bit lower than usual. It's an indication that this might be a leader, as opposed to just being that has been artificially marked up. So yeah, I'm actually kind of stoked on my power supply deal now. I'm adding that to cart. Did that work? Yes, added to cart. All right, have you moved to case now?
I am.
All right. Let's see what I got. Case. Ooh, Kiku case for AirPods. 360-degree protection, dual layer hard, PC soft TPU anti-slip cover, portable protective shockproof front LED not visible AirPods case, navy blue, red.
That's my favorite kind.
Sounds like a deal. It's a Crystal 70X. Got a really ugly iPhone case. Got another AirPods case. Wow, who would buy this? That looks so stupid. I just, I appreciate it though, because I would know not to talk to that person.
It's true.
It's great. Nope. Seal of approval right there. So I think I'm gonna have to throw computer in as a keyword here, because there's a lot of tech cases that are not computer cases, it turns out. All right, laptop tote bag. Anything good over there?
The steepest discounts are on DIY PC stuff, and I don't know if that's actually their original price.
Well, you can use money. We've linked in the description. Forget what the entity I'm supposed to be specifically reading for you guys is. Linked in the video description still. It's XTH 700. The deal is apparently 100% claimed though, so I think this is still sitting in Prime Day deals. But for extra Prime Day discount there might have been on it is like gone now.
Oh, is that how they're doing
I
it?
don't know if any has the degree of granularity that I would need to find a price that was lower earlier today. So it's hard for me to tell exactly what it was. $275, but that's like $90. I'm not necessarily wanting to spend $100 on like a Prime Day case.
Yeah, if I could find a NZXT H500, that'd be nice.
Got some case fans.
There's an H200.
Skytech Blaze 2 is. Oh no, that's a full computer. LED strips. An Arty Ninja Snake computer case notebook backpack.
What?
For 19 bucks, probably real. Amazon. A case for the... I'm away, but that's not what I'm looking for.
We need
We need one of those? What do we need one of those?
Is it Pi 4 compatible?
I doubt it's Pi 4.
Dude, this
Pi 3, 3 plus B. Pi 3, 3 B plus. See, there's, I can't spend time diagnosing and fixing that right now. I think gel for case deals here. There's the Thermaltake Core G3, which is nothing special. I mean, it looks reasonably ventilated, but I don't know if I necessarily want one of these unconventional layout type machines if I want nice upgradability and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also, it's an SFX power supply by the look of things, so it's not going to be compatible with my power supply deal. SFXs are more of a specialty form factor. You're less likely to find a trade deal. Then again, there was a Prime Day deal on an 8-port PoE injector, so
Well, if it's not selling, it's probably on Prime Day.
hey, for case. Anything?
Little cuts here and there. Oh, here's a Ragentech that's like really big cut, but like it's still really expensive.
Yeah, $150.
And it's MATX, not even going to work with the motherboard I chose anyway.
Well, if we have to choose a Prime Day deal, I guess no, I don't really like this case. I'm not going with a Core P1. Do I just go with the Carbide 275R? I haven't clicked through to see what the Prime Day deal is yet. $60. That's the tempered glass one. Is this one cheaper? Solid panel is just not even a deal.
Do people like solid panel more than tempered glass?
It must just be that that's the one the product manager chose to hit today. Yeah, so the solid panel one has not been lower than $95 in the last month. I could try window panel, but not tempered glass. Yeah, that one's not a great deal either. Okay, so tempered glass. At $60 actually does look like a significant deal here. All right, let's go ahead and check the price history. Looks good. The lowest we've seen in the last bit, we did see 65 on June 30th. I don't know what happened here because it also jumped up in between the 28th and the 30th. So I'm not sure what that is.
Maybe it was out of stock on one vendor and it went to somebody who's like a scalper.
That makes sense. I think it's a cart. $65, I'll take it. Oh, this is neat. Up accessories. I actually like my power supply deal better than this. I can probably find a better SSD deal than that too. What are you doing for case?
I decided on the 175R. It's not a huge deal, but
How much was it?
$54.99.
Okay, so I spent $10 more on a 275R with tempered glass. Is yours tempered glass?
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a better deal there.
I beat you on the case deal.
Yeah, or like if you want to go the DIY PC case, there's plenty of deals on those.
Yeah, but there's always plenty of deals on those.
Yeah.
Especially in like bundles and stuff. A lot of the time you can get your best deals on cases in bundles because case vendors don't like discounting their stuff directly because even though cases are actually cheap to make, the cost is in the design, the moldings for them, and the logistics of moving them around and storing them. So yes, they can discount them, but they don't like to set a new precedent for like because they also tend to have a longer life cycle. You'll see a case model lie around for a year, 2 years, 3 years, even in some cases, unintended. And you want to set these expected points only to be, okay, well, this have to be in another container of these, and like they have to sit there, and you don't get that same sales velocity the next time you hit that price. It's just not the way it works. So they have to be careful about discounting. What do you want to do next?
I was getting GPUs.
Okay, video card.
People are asking about the shipping being really expensive. Do you want to address that?
Shipping being expensive. We're in Canada, so the shipping estimates are based on shipping these items out of the United States into Canada, but we're using Amazon.com because most of our viewers are in the US. So you guys, assuming you're in Prime Day deals, are probably getting free shipping with Prime. The confusion there, guys. Okay. So this deal basically proves to me that it doesn't curate Amazon's choices because it's a G7, which is a piece of which that one should buy. And I had this debate with against many times, and people being like, "You at least some people can't afford it." Buy a used graphics card. Don't buy e-waste. GT 10 is e-waste. It's e-waste today. And tomorrow. There is nothing wrong with buying used hardware if you can afford the fanciest, shiniest new stuff. That's what I did. Yes, you have to actually learn about it. And you have to, do your due diligence, all kind of stuff. You have to do a Dean Craigslist or Facebook group or shop literally with your computer. Hey, come in before I can make sure before I take it away. I've done it. I'm just personally. But get preference for your money. GT7 is, and you shouldn't bet. $10. Bucks. If you just need like a secondary display output, $10. And people do need that, so you just need a secondary display output. Something for $10.
Get us the one.
Something for 50. Well, those are expensive.
Oh.
Something for $50. If all you need is a display. Okay. Please. And open them. They're stupid. Thank you. What else do we have here?
I've got a deal on an RTX 2060 superclocked. It's plus $30 off with promo code.
Okay.
So it's regular $349, and you get 2 games with it: Wolfenstein Youngblood and Control.
Hey.
So that seems to be a killer deal. It's no wonder it's the #1 bestseller right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else is there in there? Oh, nothing comparable.
Not really.
6 for $249 if you don't like having more performance for your dollar.
Yeah, because that's $279 for the EA superclocked. Yeah. If you must prevent RTX from coming into your life.
It's not AMD pulling their Radeon, weird, random, mislabeled cards crap again. I don't know what an X580 GTS is.
Well, that's XFX's branding.
Do they just call it GTS, but it's just an RX 580? Do you know that for a fact?
I don't know that.
See, me neither.
It's GTS XXX too.
X edition, I know it's X is branding for their overclocked stuff.
Yeah.
But AMD and NVIDIA actually has been dealing with this, and I've given them a hard time about it too, but they have a long history of just creating like weird... Actually, no, NVIDIA has a long history of it too. Remember the 7900 GTO?
Oh yeah.
So it was basically a GTX, but like, I think it was slightly cut down in some weird way. But they were just going to give old GTX GPUs without affecting the perceived value of a GTX. That was before they called everything GTX, just so you guys know.
Perceived value is huge in the computer industry. Like,
Yeah.
you ever realize that Apple never has any sales? It's because if they discount something, that diminishes the perceived value of the product.
That was a big part of the reason that Costco wouldn't carry Apple products for the longest time, is Costco wouldn't sell them at regular price, and Apple wouldn't sell them to Costco if they weren't going to mark them up more. Through the grapevine anyway.
Apparently
Makes
the
sense.
GTS XXX is bin,
The GTX X is a bin 580.
apparently.
Okay, what do you think of bin 580 for... Well, let's see what the actual deal is, because it's not showing the real price on the product page in some cases.
Buy it on eBay.
Yeah, okay, so it really is 190. That seems not bad, actually. This is a GTS, is not some weird, stupid, slightly fewer functional units, something. Like, we'll have to actually verify this. This is what makes it such a chore sometimes to shop for, like, partner-branded cards. That's not an exceptional deal. There's a 90 here for 199, so... And that's also XFX, also with a dual fan cooler on it.
The 1660 outperforms the 580 and 590, right? Because I've got one of those here for $219,
Okay.
plus $10 off with that promo code.
SB to be Team Newegg today.
Wow,
Show off.
it's almost like they curate their deals.
Instead of putting GT 710s at the top, I should hamstring my computer just to teach them about actually looking at this crap before telling people it's the best choice.
Well, I was just giving Newegg praise for curating their deals, but this is under storage.
Oh, really? RAM?
Yeah.
Oops. Nothing is really standing out to me here. I've a 1050 Ti for 189. I've an X570 for 169. This is so stupid.
7750.
A 7750 F8 card for $150. Vision Tech. You know what? Good job. Good job, Vision Tech. I mean, at least as where this weird VHDCI interface is, so I guess it can justify itself that way. Wow, I'm really not happy with my
Super Jets.
graphics card deals.
That's QLC.
1650 for 179. Wait, it's not on TI though.
1650.
That's 1650. Sorry, I got this. Yeah, never mind. I forgot. It's 1650 and then 1660 Ti. There is no 1660. There is no 1650 Ti.
I'm not sure about that actually.
I always get confused.
Give me
Oh,
a
is there a
second.
1650 Ti?
No, there's not a 1650 Ti.
Is there a regular 1660?
I believe there is.
Is there? Oh, I can never remember.
Super chats, Linus?
Yes.
I will do some super chats. I won't forget. 60. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. 1660 Ti 269. What do you think of that one?
It's a little high.
It's not as good as your deal, that's for
No,
sure.
certainly not.
Let me see if Prime kicks in anything extra here.
Or if Honey does.
269. No, that's it. That's it. That's the deal. That's the deal, and you're gonna like it. Yeah, I think the lesson here is basically we're not buying a graphics card on Prime Day for our Prime Day computer. I'm with 580. It seems all right. It's an amazing deal, but nothing here is. So I'm adding it to cart. There you go. You moved on to SSD already, didn't you?
I'm looking at SSDs, yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot, to be honest. Like, there's a couple of large SSDs, but they're from brands that I don't know.
Yeah. That's one of those things where there's no point, you know? Like, why? It's your storage.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten older and a little bit less, or a little bit more risk averse. I've come around to the idea of spending more on certain components just for peace of mind, even if objectively that, like, you know, Jin Dang Tech, whatever, like SSD uses great quality NAND and a good controller. Theoretically, it's fine. Just like you want someone to yell at if something goes wrong. So you tend towards your Samsung, your Crucial, your Intel,
Then there's the QC.
SanDisk. QC is a major factor. That's a great point. You could have great quality componentry, and even something like a graphics card. Even you're like, oh, these are great ones. But they don't actually go through at the end. It's one of the major costs of this production is going through at the end and actually checking and making sure all those great quality VMs are not. If they actually do, you could still unit even with high quality components on a board. 500 gigs for $65. There's an MX 500. It's a decent SSD. It's fine.
Well, I've got a Team Group 512 gig SATA 3 SSD for $38.99.
Team Group is probably
fine.
fine. I mean, personally, I'm kind of tempted to go for a SanDisk Ultra for $60 instead.
But you know that's old stock now, right?
Oh,
What about QLC NVMe?
Yeah, I got a couple of those too.
I picked up a Crucial 1 terabyte for $110 Canadian.
$100 Canadian for QLC NVMe?
Yeah, 1 terabyte.
1 terabyte? That's not bad. It also has an NVMe drive, $60 for 512, so that would be QLC.
I got $60 for 512 on an Intel 660p.
You know, if this is a historically relatively low price on the 970 EVO, I'm just going to get a Samsung.
You wouldn't go with the QLC?
You know what? Why?
Get double the capacity for the same price?
You do you really need more than 500 gigs? Like, to me,
I personally did.
500 gigs is sort of, it's one of those, yeah, this is not a low price at all.
Like, how much is your 970?
It's been as low as like $75. 970 is $90 for 500 gigs.
Yeah, I got a 2 terabyte QLC at drive here for 194.
Not from Intel?
Yep, 660p.
Okay. That's from super performance drive, like all.
No.
It's 2.2.
Yeah, so you've got 2 terabytes of M.2, and it does. Wait, is it? No, that's cashless, right?
I think the 660p is Octane cache. It's not that one.
Right.
I think that one uses part of its NAND as like an SLC cache.
Oh, right, yeah.
Or an MLC cache even maybe.
But it doesn't have
can't
DRAM
remember.
cache.
I can't imagine Intel shipping. I mean, look, I think that's a DRAM package right there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it's blacked out.
I'm pretty sure it's to be a DRAM package because there's your controller, there's your 3D NAND,
Yeah.
and it's the shape of a DRAM package. Could be wrong. I mean, right, let me Google it for you. 660p DRAM cache. So we talked about this a little while back, but basically buying an SSD without a DRAM cache is a super bad idea. It's not going to last as long, and the performance is going to suck. 60CP does have a 256 gig DDR3 cache.
Okay, yeah. Well, I wouldn't feel too bad about that, to be honest.
Honestly, it looks like a pretty good deal to me. I don't really have anything here that stands out, to be honest with you.
What about a hard drive? Sure, they'll
I
get
think
rid
you
of
need a
hard
drive.
Well, not a 2 terabyte.
You've got a 2 terabyte. Yeah, you've got a 2 terabyte M.2. You won the game.
But if you can get a bigger hard drive for less,
Oh, my Prime Day search disappeared. M.2. All right, let's see if anything shows up here. So we do 1 terabyte for 174. I don't think I'm doing that. I think if I'm spending that kind of money, I'm just going to go for a 970 Evo because honestly, it doesn't perform in a normal consumer workload that differently.
125 for
Corsair Force MP510. It's like a pretty last gen M.2 at this point.
Yeah, but does that matter?
I guess not.
Because like the MP510 isn't that old.
It's just also not great of a deal. Like I'm paying a good 25% more per gig than you are for a 660p. It's probably faster than a 660
Oh, yeah.
though. That's a deal. I can
That's
kind
a deal that you'd have to make, but like you can make that call depends on how much you have to store and how much you really care about the reaction time.
It's 1 terabyte drive, and it's 119 in the cart. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do that. What else are we missing? I feel like now's a good time to go check out our carts. Actually,
Yeah, probably.
I literally check them out. Just look
Well,
at them.
really? Oh,
Good try.
Keyboard and mice?
Yeah, keyboard is just so subjective. It's hard to. I mean, have a look at what there is on promo. I don't think I'm gonna bother with monitor. Should we? I don't know. Okay, so we've got CPU. We both decided on Ryzen 3600s. Was that it?
yep.
I think the 3600 is such a fantastic value right now.
Yeah, there's nothing that touches it.
All right, so ended up with a Gigabyte X470 board. Actually validated that was going to work with PCIe Gen 4. Also ended up with a PCIe Gen 3 SSD anyway. So, all right. With a 274 case, you've got a 174.
Yeah,
I
it is
okay.
tempered glass.
Is it tempered glass?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, in that case, I actually don't mind your deal at all. $10 more. I guess that.
Yeah,
It's
but-
asking a mail-in rebate.
no, that's plus a mail-in rebate.
You also have a mail-in rebate?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Pretty
because
sure.
it happens to be exactly $15. This is after MIR pricing.
do they?
I think so. Yeah, I think the deal is actually better than yours.
$40.
All right. Oh, you won the case.
And it's RGB.
Power supply. I get to win the power supply?
Maybe, I mean, the Corsair Vengeance isn't as good a power supply as that is, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I only paid another like $8.
Yeah.
But then you also have a $10 rebate card, so you're only paying $55. You have to first. Company.
You get these little, like, prepaid Visa cards or whatever. Like,
Oh boy. All right. I think we're both pretty close on motherboard.
yeah, I want the B450 Plus.
Yeah. I'm getting technically our chipset, but I don't know that actually matters. What features does the X series chipset have that anyone cares about?
Lane bifurcation. Does
Sure.
anybody care about that?
Someone, but like most people, I don't think it makes a difference. Did you win the deal? 80 for 3600 16 gig?
You sure did.
Okay.
I've got 3200, although mine's RGB.
And what's your latencies?
Did not look.
It's a C18 kit, so it's a particularly low latency kit.
This is a C16 kit.
Okay.
So I win here.
Dang it. Cooler Master Liquid for $75.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I actually did.
Do an RGB or cooling.
I didn't get a cooler.
Hey, default.
With the Wraith, yeah. I mean, I can go back and get a cooler.
I'm gonna see if there's anything better too while I'm at it. Oh, there's a cheap one. There's a $47 dual fan one. I think I like that. Add to
240?
cart. Yeah, 47 Karoonies. As long as it has AMD compatibility. Good one. That deal is 61% claimed.
Let's see what we've got for water cooling here.
If you don't get a cooling deal, I'm going to be super upset. That's the only threat I have. There's nothing else I can do to you.
What was that? That was the LL240, right?
Let me have a look here.
And how much was it?
So it's an LC240E.
LC240E.
Yeah.
And how much?
$47, I think. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, $47.
Sure, if this is better.
Yeah, ML240L. Air grade unit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mine's a super basic one.
I don't know if super basic really is beaten by better in this case because is it just that it's RGB fans and stuff, or does it have?
It has RGB fans too, and it also just has a really basic looking cold plate and stuff. So
Okay.
I doubt it's amazing. It's really stupid though. Like NHU 12S is like $58, and then I could have an Octo cooler. So I don't know.
Let me see what Noctua goes for here.
Probably the same. I think Noctua is pretty strict about enforcing not trashing their pricing. If I recall correctly. Not that I
I
have been
recall
in
them
the game for a
getting
long time.
deals every now and again.
Every now and again, I remember it being just basically really stupid to trash your Noctua margin because the margin was really good because they don't like people slashing pricing, and it doesn't really sell that much more because people who know Noctua, they buy Noctua, and people who don't know Noctua, they go buy something else. So
Yeah, there is nothing on
you
here.
didn't really do yourselves any favors. Does Newegg not carry Noctua
Oh, in this sale.
on the sale? I mean, Deep Cool one for $50 is probably decent.
Yeah, I'm wondering about its mounting mechanism though. It's like that scissor thing that Cooler Master does.
Yeah,
Pay extra to avoid that mount.
yeah, that's fair. Do you think I'm cooler?
Yeah,
What's something? Do we get some monitors?
do that.
All
Let me
right.
just quickly add that.
I'm gonna have a look at Super Chat and see if anyone is shrieking at us about like a thing that we outright missed. We've got case, power supply, motherboard, cooler, CPU, RAM, graphics card,
SSD.
SSD. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. We didn't get an OS, but those are rarely on promo anyway, so I'm not too concerned
Yeah,
about it.
probably not.
Let me see if I can even find. So this is so great. YouTube just dumps me in. Don't touch on my screen right now if you don't mind. Something is harder to use. YouTube just dumps me in the new Creator Studio, which is great. Except it doesn't have features like, I don't know, the live streaming dashboard so that I can actually see super chats. So it's default now. And the dashboard actually contains ads when you navigate between pages that tell you to try the new Creator Studio. It's so obnoxious.
Hey, did you know we got a new Creator Studio?
Yeah, I did. I was specifically avoiding it. And so I got myself an 8 terabyte external for 100 pounds. That sounds heavy. Must have cost them a lot to ship that to you. It's from the UK. Kazuki says workers are striking today. Don't be a scab. Well, I'm working in the warehouse, so I think it would be hard for me to be a scab today.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, oh yeah, don't be a scab, don't buy from it. It's like, that's not how that works.
Dylan says I just can't compete with Anthony on building a PC. We ended up building it together, so I didn't have to. Marco says take a free super chat. Ashton says let us do the thing. James, I'm gonna save $2. Sent us $2. Adam says we should consider deals. We're actually working on a Wish PC. Your wish is my command. Dennis says Ginny tapped a huge IT bomb on an SSD. Okay, all right, yeah, fine. Let's address this thing because everyone in their freaking. I'm convinced it's bots at this point because everyone and their dog is sending me this thing about the SSDs just being stupid, cheap MSATA SSDs. You think? Open forget it. Like, this is the news here. I believe it is maybe a new revelation that they are misrepresenting the capacity of the MSATA SSDs. That said, that's also nothing new. Going back to the early days of computer SSDs, things advertised as 500 gig class. So is it misleading? Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of paying way too much for cheap MSATA SSDs. No, I made a video. Yes. Does any tech to gain? Oh, maybe a sell off. So maybe this publicity from this is coming from because this is not new information. This is the thing. Things off. Does any proprietary memory? Should we expose in April? You see what the ecosystem is? You pay for this expensive fancy media. There's anything special, and there's no special redundancy built into it, or no special redundancy against anything. And it's dual recording. It's dual recording. It's good. See if it's the attitude Hollywood film. Single pair. Something that we've had. Date. Exen think that's stupid. It's just it's not news. It's just as Jesus was given another free super chat. Here you go. Thanks, Jesus. It's currently at a 1600. Should I get the 2700X or hold out for the? Yes, you should hold out. You've got an Asus X470 motherboard? Yes, you should hold out. Oh, your X2070? You should hold out. The answer is you should hold out. Would definitely save a pretty pennies and grab a 3600 because the gaming performance difference between a 3600 and a second gen is quite significant, especially if you have a powerful graphic card like you do. So, in Germany, the Ryzen 7 2700X goes for 216 euros. Thank you. That is fantastic information, Marcel. Appreciate that. Brandon says, Linus, you're the best. When he's going to do a 3000 series AMD series X370 Mobo video, I think we're going to talk about using third gen on older motherboards at some point in the next little bit. Anthony's got that on his list. Hasn't happened just yet. But,
It's on my to-do list, yes.
Yeah. Anthony's a bit of a to-do list, if you catch my drift.
I'm booked out for the next several months.
For monitor deals. Why don't we get back to some deals here?
Mostly just Scepter stuff. There's those.
Oh boy.
Did we like the Wasabi Mango?
That was alright.
Yeah, it's down here too.
How much is it?
That's like $2.99.
Is that a deal? I can't remember how much it cost. I thought it was $3.99.
They say
Seems pretty good.
$3.89.
So that one was 1440p. Wait. Do they have more than one Wasabi Mango? It's the big one, right?
This one looks
75
like
hertz,
32
1440.
inch.
I thought it was a different Wasabi Mango. Do they have more than one Wasabi Mango?
I don't know. Yeah, this is a 32 inch. IPS, 75 hertz, 10-bit color.
Oh, it's a 4K 120 hertz. That's a completely different display.
Interesting.
So it's not the one we reviewed. Interesting. I suppose I would probably do the same thing, cash in on the recognizability of my very unique product name that was well reviewed. See,
I don't know if this is a deal or not.
the G-Sync monitor, 27-inch, 165, 550, 550 bucks. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it needs to be curved if it's not an ultra wide, to be honest.
It's the biggest monitor. It's A
That's why everybody's buying this monitor.
is usually the answer for that series. Is this Prime? This is Prime Day monitors. They're all cheap. Nothing kind of gaming grade yet.
Got a curved FreeSync monitor here.
If you play with 60 hertz, here's a 2 millisecond TN panel for 130 bucks. Personally, I wouldn't spend that kind of money on TN at this point.
I mean, I've got some no-name stuff here, like this Prism, which is 165 hertz, FreeSync, flicker-free, low blue light, all that kind of stuff.
There's a couple
It's a
problems
TN
with that
panel,
though.
though.
Like here, TN.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend 260 bucks on a TN panel today. And the issue too is a lot of the time these no names, they'll be advertised with really high refresh rates, but the pixel response times aren't good enough to keep up. So it just ends up being really smeary. It's not a great experience. It's not. I think I'd rather have like a 75 hertz, but with good pixel response time, so at least the image is sharp. I mean, here's a 34-inch ultra wide. Oh, it's a 1080 ultra wide. 144 hertz though for 380 bucks.
I've got a 390 bucks. I think it's a 1440p ultra wide.
Nope. Wait, it's a what? That's a deal. Just smoke.
It's a
this
FreeSync
deal.
too.
Yeah. Rub it in some more. Acer gaming monitor,
Save 200
20
bucks.
inch FreeSync 4K. Ugh. I'm into the 4K gaming monitors.
I would have preferred to have a higher refresh rate though.
Wow, I really have nothing special monitor-wise. Like I could go with a VG. Again, this is TN, but it's at least 144 hertz for 180 bucks. I could be talked into something like that, but yeah, there's nothing super special here. You know, I'd have to choose something from Prime Day. I guess it's probably the best gaming experience that I could buy here. Oh, what's this? Samsung 27-inch FHD.
Full HD.
It's probably not TN though. I don't know if Samsung still ships TN. It's probably
VA?
their VA. I'd be a lot more comfortable with that. But it's also 1 millisecond, so I don't know. See, I wish that oh, here we go. Okay, technical specifications. It's literally download a PDF. Thanks, Amazon. TN panel. Yuck. Yeah, I'm not spending that kind of money on a TN panel. It just doesn't make sense. 180 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got here? Like, what is this? Here's some Acer thing. 4 millisecond response time. This is probably not TN, but it's also probably 60 hertz. You know, what? I don't even care. I'm making the 60 hertz and I'm hoping I can overclock it to like 70, 75. I just can't even, I can't even spend that kind of money on a TN. It depends what kind of gaming you do though. Like if you're more of a Twitch gamer, and I don't mean twitch.tv, I mean like Twitch response times. Like if you're more of an FPS gamer and you only have 100 to spend, I think you have to go with the refresh rate TN. But if you're more of a sightseeing gamer, which is me, then yeah, this is 60 hertz, 1440p, but it's only $20 more and it's IPS, it's higher res. I think I like this one better. I'm going with this.
Okay. Do you want to? How much is that one?
$200. Do you have something that slays me?
No, just this.
You just went with the more expensive. Yeah, this is a monitor, but you also clearly are investing more in your monitor experience than I am. I'm going with a more
Yeah, and it's got
budget-oriented.
good gamut coverage, 99%, 99.5% sRGB.
Also, a brand graphics card, so can't even drive that.
Yeah, what did you go with again? The 580?
Yep.
Oh, keyboards. We're gonna go the whole way.
I'm gonna bother with the keyboard deals. Keyboards are so personal. It's gonna come down to what you guys are into. And most of this is kind of off-brand stuff that I frankly don't have much experience with. I mean, the G910 spec is $80 off apparently, but we can use Honey to see if that's actually legit. Save extra $258 when you open this coupon. Thank you, Honey. Ready. And because we've been paying.
Yeah, what? That's infinitely.
This is the best deal of all Amazon sellers. Okay, Honey didn't detect any price changes in the last 30 days. So we can save $250. Yep. Done. I'm going for it. RGB. Hate you on Jake, but it's RGB.
The G910 Orion. How much was it?
$90 on the Prime Day deal.
This is G610 Orion. Okay. Don't have a deal here.
No deal?
Nope.
The Dollar Elite is $34.99. At this, you could literally afford to buy another one when your first one dies.
It is a question of when.
Ooh, G602. But to be clear, this is not using Logitech's Lightspeed, but at $25, and it's heavy, at $25.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like I'd use that for like RTS gaming, for general usage. Like for first-person shooter stuff, probably I would like to have the Lightspeed.
Then again, you could just get a G403. And if you really wanted it to be wireless, you could do our battery mod that people hated.
Yeah.
The 305.
305.
Is it 305? Oh shoot, never mind. Ah, crap.
That's still a really good deal.
That's a really good deal. Yeah. Do I want wireless or do I want a better sensor? Yeah, let's go with the G403 Prodigy. It's here, right?
No,
Isn't-
that doesn't matter.
It's the everyone set it up using the Avago whatever, right?
Yeah.
But with the firmware, I'll take it. Drivers.
Sensor Logitech design.
And
Refurb K70 RGB sounds good to me.
I'm in. Oh really?
Yeah, $69.
Cherry Expens.
Yeah.
That's
This is
deal.
my keyboard. I actually have this keyboard. It's great.
Me too. That's still the one I use at home.
Yep.
Sold. Dynamix is a good deal for that.
Yeah, even if it's refurb, it doesn't matter.
I mean, 50 million keystrokes or whatever. Like, how refurbed could it be? Like,
Yeah.
what I guess is what I'm
Like,
trying to.
probably sent because like an LED went out or something, and they replaced them.
Okay. So what's your tool? Okay. Here.
Well, I haven't gotten a mouse yet.
Oh, okay. Something mine. $1,000 for a 1440p monitor, really nice keyboard and mouse, air cooling. I was in third gen. Wait, why is this saved for later?
Oh, no.
I just have to add that $300 to my price. So $1,300 because this does say 1,086, but there's like $25 here. Looks like $25 there, like $5 there. So we're rounding 15 there, so 1,000. So 1,500. 1440p PS monitor, really nice keyboard and mouse combo. Air cooling, it's of NVMe storage, an 580. Not that happy with that. I wish I had a better graphics card deal. 274 with tempered glass. Really good 850 watt per supply. Nice speed memory for my Ryzen processor and an X470 board. I'm actually happy with my gaming experience for $1,300 today. I don't save that much though. Like, that's the issue with these kinds of, Prime Day things. Whereas if you just use a shopping companion in general, a lot of the time you'll just see random deals and you'll be able to pick up similar deals if you just kind of have an ear to the ground.
Yeah, and a lot of the time you can actually get price matches at a lot of vendors too.
Yeah.
So there's that too. There's a lot of Razer stuff and not a whole lot else. It's not a bad deal for the SteelSeries Sensei Raw.
G400S is not bad. If you're into the shape,
Yeah. It's optical though, not a laser.
oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, popular misconception.
Well, yes, but also typically optical sensors are. Are you having fun?
I'm just fidgeting.
Okay. Acer Predator Cestus.
Yeah.
Bloody. Oh, I got one of these upstairs. G400 black wired. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the sales.
Yeah.
Not much here. I'd probably go for the SteelSeries, to be honest.
Get a Sensei Raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not going to argue with that.
yeah.
I'm making a little bit. I'd probably go with the G400 or the G400S.
G400S is a better deal, objectively. But
If the shape doesn't work for you, I mean, mice are very personal.
I used to actually like that mouse shape, but I'm actually growing attached to this.
All right, go for it.
I've got a G900 at home.
So you us through your cart then.
Okay, let's take a. Okay, so it looks like my total is 1636.
Right. So you paid $300 more, but $200 of it was in the monitor.
Yeah,
You paid our monitor.
better monitor. Let's see. The case, it's whatever.
I had a better case.
I got a better deal, but yeah.
Yes, you got a better deal.
Motherboard, again, it's
Probably pretty close.
kind of the same.
Way better graphics
Way
card.
better graphics card. Like the graphics card deal here is actually really good.
Yeah.
Our supply, meh.
Good deal.
Yeah, good deal, especially with the mail-in rebate. But that assumes that I want to do a mail-in rebate.
Your mileage may vary.
So, RAM, probably a wash to be honest. Extra frequency probably is outclassed or matched. Sorry.
If it's going to be a wash, you've got RGB and I don't.
Right. So I've got extra FPS just from that. Same processor, same price.
Yep.
I mean, it's brand new.
It's a deal, but we've decided that like for $200, we should just get that processor.
Yeah, even over the 2700X, there's very little reason to go with the 2700X over the 3600.
2 fewer cores, but like these are better cores, guys.
Yeah.
A lot better. And I mean, we tend to lean towards building gaming machines because that's what we know. You have 2 of those.
Oh,
Here's your problem.
well, we can drop 120 bucks off of that.
Wow. Okay, so your deal is now a lot better because
So,
basically,
let's see. 1576.
yeah, and most of that is in your monitor.
So yeah, got one of these.
You've got a 2 terabyte SSD to
Yep.
my 1 terabyte SSD.
That's the other bit of the.
But with QLC,
Yeah.
it's Intel, and they take their storage reliability pretty darn seriously.
Yep. Pretty happy with this refurbished Corsair keyboard.
I like that deal too.
I actually really love this keyboard.
Deal better than mine. Cherry MX Browns are still my favorites. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, even if like, what's a refurbished keyboard going to have as far as a point of failure compared to a regular keyboard?
It could have like disease gunk in between the keys.
Yeah, but they probably sterilize it.
Yeah, probably.
It's a refurbished headset though.
Yeah.
SteelSeries Sensei Raw. It's
That's
whatever. I don't really mind. And then there's the monitor, which is an ultra wide 1440p.
Why don't you think about it some more?
Yeah, it's got FreeSync,
Yeah, okay.
99.5
I was being
RGB.
facetious.
It's got DVI, HDMI, and DisplayPort. USB 3.0 hub. It's got swivel, adjustment, VESA mountable.
On cost. Is it $3?
Oh, it's not. It's $1,000.
$1,000? Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet. Because any else you get the deals, be it, say, Amazon gives that you wish up. Here you go. It's going to take you to install.
Like 15 seconds.
15 skins. It's for sneaks kicked from the sites that you shop with, so you never have to pay for it. And the people and stuff here have saved a ton of money with Honey. Basically, it just finds the best deal on the sites you're shopping and makes sure that it's automatically applied to your card. So you can Honey and anywhere that you can go to those Anthony's curated deals are, but we did through them, so that's fine. I
Yeah.
think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's, You think this video do like a standard outro?
Yeah.
Well, you're not supposed to. You know, well,
LCDstore.com.
This shirt's a little right now.
oh,
And this shirt definitely isn't. This is LTX last year.
these are my favorite shirts and hoodies.
Womp.